going to go ahead and getting the party started up. So just wanted to say thank you guys for being here. First and foremost, happy Monday. This weekly market update is going to be, I used to do this every single week, and I stopped for a little bit. So I'm getting back on track. I'm going to be delivering this information and content on a weekly basis. So just make sure that you guys tune in here on a weekly basis. I'm going to be talking about, just updates on the organization, events that we have coming up, and really looking at the numbers and the facts about the marketplace. We have people, obviously, they're in different markets and even in different states, and some even in different countries. So some of the data that I am going to share is going to pertain a little bit closer to, obviously, my market. But I'm going to show you guys how you guys can do the same thing so you guys can get updated on what's actually happening in your marketplace as well. I think it's really important that, especially when markets are shifting and transitioning and we're going through a shift, getting information at your fingertips is one of the most important things, and actually having the best information. That way, when you're talking to your buyers and you're talking to your sellers, you can really come from a place of authenticity and educate them and really get them in this person knows what they're talking about, and I'm going to trust and want to do business with them. So the intention, right? Because I start off everything with an intention. The intention of this conversation is to empower you to be inspired and resourceful to be the greatest benefit to everyone. Right? Everybody you work with, whether that be an agent, whether that you're leading a team, whether you're working with the buyer and a seller, that is the intention of this meeting, to really get you resourceful with the best information possible. And the topic of conversation that I created for you guys today, which I'm going to talk about, and I did a video recently about this, is that we basically got two types of markets right now. Two types of markets that we really have in the marketplace. And if I ask 100 people, I am going to have 100 different opinions and 100 different perspectives of what's going on in the market. But I could really boil it down to two types of markets. Some people are going to tell me it's a good market. Some of them are going to tell me it's a bad market, right? And I have an assumption, but I assume that a lot of people are going to respond to the way that they're doing as to what the market is doing, right? So they collapse the market with their personal performance. And what I want to do, especially with these meetings and with the topic of today, is really dispel a lot of the stuff that and get you guys connected to reality, right? Getting you guys connected to reality. And first and foremost, I just want to acknowledge you guys for being here, right? It's December 12th. You guys are here. You guys are learning, developing yourselves. So I just want to acknowledge each and every one of you for taking action and being part of a conversation that is developing yourself and your business so you could be a greater contribution to your clients and create better results. But the two types of markets that we're in, again, is a good market and it's a bad market. And it's going to really depend on the type of production, the type of activities that you're doing, the type of results that you're creating. So what I want to really get you clear about is that your perception of the market is real. It's real for you, right? So you really want to create and get intentional about, doing the things that they're really going to get you empowered every single day. Because I don't wake up inspired and motivated and just excited out of bed, even though a lot of people think I do. I have an intentional effort every single morning where, I'm moving through my daily exercise, which is, getting my blood flowing. And that starts off with walking my dog. After that, I get into my workout. After that, while I'm doing that, I'm listening to something motivational, something inspirational, something that's getting me connected to the reality of what I want to create, right? Because I could listen to all my thoughts and things and all of those things, but I am intentionally guiding my mind to what I want my mind to really focus on. So that's what I do. I listen to an audio, I listen to a new book, I'm listening to something and I'm feeding my mind and I'm getting my blood flowing. And by the time that I, going through my gratitude exercise and I really start to write out what the intention of what I want to create for the day, by the time I actually start talking to anybody, my day is pretty much already, like, I'm already on fire. I'm already energized. I'm already refueled. I'm already charged up. This is going to make a big difference, by the way, when you're talking to your buyers and your sellers. If you are moving into a conversation with a buyer and a seller, your buyer is going to look at you as the leader, as the professional, to see, okay, well, what kind of market are we in, right? And if you respond like, oh, the market is this, the market's not that great,
you're going to reflect back an insecurity to that customer, and that customer will probably not be your customer anymore, and they're going to go look for another individual that has energy and charisma and can really, paint the picture for them to really get them to their goals. Because when somebody is really committed to buying or selling a house, they're just looking for the person that's going to get them to their goal and their finish line. Regardless of what the market's doing, we're going to have an average of 5 million homes selling every single year. So you got to find the motivated, find the people that are motivated to buy, find the people that are motivated to sell. But it's going to really depend on your energy, how you respond to every single conversation that you're having with your customers, right? So I just want you to be intentional about that. If people are not responding to you in a positive manner, and your results are not showing up, that means that there has to be there is something that you should take responsibility for in the way you're showing up for your customers, right? So I want you to show up powerfully. I want you to show up with energy. I want you to show up with confidence. And that's going to be 100% by going to the fundamentals and really developing yourself, your skills, your mindset. That way you can show up with energy and you can show up with confidence to your customers. But again, right, the kind of market that we're in, it's going to be really dependent on the type of results that you are creating. Does real estate sell no matter what every single year, 5 million homes? Absolutely. It's going to happen no matter what your opinion is about it. So one of the next things I want to cover, which is really awesome, right? I like to go to the numbers, right? The numbers don't lie. And again, this is for our market here. And I did it for all 5 counties, by the way. I did it for LA, Orange County, San Bernardino, and Riverside, and San Diego County, 5 counties actually. So if one of your counties is not in here, you can do this on the MLS, by the way. We all have an amazing tool called the MLS as realtors, right? We all have this great tool. So I want you guys to use it, right? All I did is take the MLS and I looked at the last 7 days that happened in each one of these counties. So I'm sharing with you this data to really show you the type of market that we're really in, right? And again, right, do we have changes? Are interest rates up and down? Are, the economy shifting? Yes, absolutely. But this is the actual data of what's actually happening, right? If we look at in LA, just in the last 7 days, 795 homes being listed. I think. What about? Give me a second, guys. If you guys are in the background, please go ahead and mute yourselves. Thank you so much. So these are the markets here. So in the last 7 days, I didn't do the stats for the last 3 months, the last 6 months. I did the stats for the last 7 days, guys. 795 homes were listed in LA. 244 were listed in Orange County. 326 in San Bernardino County. 481 in Riverside County, and 376 in San Diego County. Those are just listed. That means that people were hired to sell a home, right? And that happened in the last 7 days. You can see the pendings as well, right? Who wrote up a contract and got an offer accepted? Well, we got LA with 786. We got 342 in Orange County. We got 336 in San Bernardino, 420 in Riverside, and 484 in San Diego, right? That's what went under contract. Now closed in the last 7 days. This is closing, right? How many people got keys? How many people got a sold sign? How many people got checks last week? 869 homes were sold in LA County last week. 350 were sold in the last 7 days in Orange County. 350 in San Bernardino, 432 in Riverside, and 387 in San Diego, right? Look at the volume. You got almost $1 billion in volume in the last 7 days in LA. You got 400 million in Orange County, 183 million in San Bernardino. You got 260 million in Riverside County, and 387 million in San Diego County. So guys, in the chat, how's the market? How's the market, and what's possible for you, right? What's possible for your business, right? What is it? You guys tell me, what is the market doing, right? This is good stuff. So I want you guys to have a powerful relationship to the numbers, to the stats. And again, if you believe that the market is bad, the market's bad. You're right, right? I'm not going to argue with you. If you believe that the market's good, it is good. If you think the market is amazing, it's amazing. right? But almost 1 billion sold in LA, and that's just one county. I mean, that's incredible, right? Opportunities are available every single day, guys, every single day. So you got to have your blinders on and your focus that, you know what? I'm going to sell a house today, because that's not unrealistic, contrary to what a lot of people think. Oh, they think, oh, well, I want to be realistic. I only want to sell a house a month. I want to sell one house a week. Realistically, I'm looking at the stats. You could sell a house a day if you really put yourself out there, right? If you really put yourself out there on social media, if you really put yourself out there and you went out and did open houses, if you obsessed about your production, you could make that happen. You could make way more money in a month than you did in the entire year by the type of intention and intentionality and energy that you bring forward to the table, right? And just in the last couple of weeks, I've done more content this month than I have the entire year. And I'm going to do that all year long. I'm going to do 2 pieces of content every single day. I am going to saturate the market. I'm going all in right now because I'm more excited about this market, because this is the opportunity season. This is when we take market share, guys. There's plenty of stats here. And again, if you guys are looking at this, say, hey, my county's not showing up, go to the MLS, look at the last 7 days, look at the actives, look at the pendings, look at the close, look at the volume, look at how many days on the market, right? And we also got that in there for you guys as well. 36 days, right? 23 days. The days on the market are taking a little bit longer, as you can see, but they're still selling, right? So that's neither here and there. So just have this information handy, right? So next time that somebody asks you the question, know these numbers. When you know these numbers, when you're talking to buyers, you're talking to sellers, they're going to be impressed by the fact that you know these numbers. You got to know this stuff, right? So the next slide here, I got the weekly expired. So this is another market that you can go after if you choose to, or just know this stat. 630 homes expired off the market last week, right? Those are 630 opportunities that you have to take a listing as well. You can pick up the phone, you can go door knock these individuals, right? You can get in front of these guys and gals and say, hey, I'm your person. Like, the market's great. I can help you to get to the finish line, right? These are the expires for the week. Foreclosures, I'm also keeping track of this stuff. I got Riverside, San Bernardino, LA, and Orange County for foreclosures, right? So we got 74 homes that actually sold in Riverside County at auction last month in November. We got 30 in San Bernardino. We got 92 in LA, 26 in Orange County. This is another market that you, as a real estate professional, could say, you know what? I want to go and serve this segment of the population. There's 2,100 families that are potentially losing their home in Riverside that I can go out there and help. There's 244 in San Bernardino. There's 2,500 in LA. There's 166 in Orange County. So again, right, if this is something you want to learn, right, and I got this information from our title company, by the way. You can talk to your title rep in your county and just say, hey, how many homes went into pre-foreclosure this month? How many actually sold at auction? And how many of them are scheduled to sell? These numbers are getting higher, by the way. Obviously, a lot of the stuff that a lot of the banks weren't foreclosing on people because of the moratorium and all those things, but this is a huge population that you can get out there and serve, right? You can get in front of them. I know a lot of teams that are crushing it just with this strategy because a lot of people are afraid and they're not wanting to go after this population. But again, these are families that you could serve, right? That are in pre-foreclosure. You can become the solution. And again, talk to your title company and find out what the numbers are. You can get stats for this kind of stuff and actual phone numbers if you go to a website called Property Radar. PropertyRadar.com also is a website that's a national platform, and you can get the cell phone number, the emails, the data, and you can get that. That way you can approach them via phone and obviously get in front of this. But this is a population that you really can really get in front of and bring a lot of value. So these are our current numbers for EXP as well, right? I'm just giving you guys an update, like what's up with EXP, right? The stock right now is $12.16. That's where our current stock is at. I'm measuring California again, right? We got 14,100 agents in California, and we got 87,000 agents plus, well, actually worldwide. I put nationwide in there, but it's a worldwide, right? So those are the numbers for EXP. This is also another crazy stat, right? I mean, I could remember a couple of years back that our entire company, not even 4 years ago, right? When I started 4 years ago, we had less than 6,000 agents in the entire company. We got we got triple that almost in just California. Isn't that incredible numbers, right? Just for the growth. And by the way, we're just getting started. We're going to go to 1 million agents in the next 10 years, right? So there's a tremendous opportunity, especially right now where the market is moving. People are wanting to recognize, hey, am I really getting maximum value? Am I really around the greatest community? Am I really around the right people, right? So go ahead and share this opportunity also with your friends and let them know, hey, you know what? There's a pretty big opportunity here, and then plug them into our trainings. These are interest rates, right? Check with our lenders, and obviously check with your lender and consult with them for specific scenarios. So I'm just giving you guys general information, right? For conventional, they're in the high 6s, and FHAs are in the high 5s, right? Again, it could be different for you guys. That's totally cool. If you got a lender that does better, fantastic. Just get your stats, but also understand this information. So the upcoming events, this is the calendar. Everything is posted, by the way, in the letsgrowmovement.com website. So make sure that you guys are referring back to that site if you guys want to get the most up-to-date information on what's going on, right? And I'm personally hosting 3 classes a week, just so you guys know. I'm hosting this weekly market update. I'm also doing a content creator mastermind on Wednesday. And I'm also doing a team leader training on Friday. There's a lot of other classes as well. I'm just kind of telling you which ones I'm doing. And the content creator mastermind on Wednesday at 2, I'm going to invite all of the different content creators that are, really pushing content out into the marketplace. And I just want to mastermind with other people that are, just doing it at a high level. I mean, we got almost 2,000 people just in our group, right? So I want to bring everybody together and say, all right, cool. This is what I'm doing in my market. This is what I'm doing. This is a post that got me a lot of engagement. This is what got me a lot of buyers. This is what got me a lot of sellers. So it's going to be a content creator mastermind where we're going to have an opportunity to collaborate, mastermind, talk to one another, and really learn at a high level what's really working out in different markets. The team leader training that I'm doing on Friday, that's going to be a little bit more geared towards just, leadership. If you're interested in leadership and developing yourself as a leader, and you're interested in building a team, a brokerage, an organization, that team leader training is going to be something else that's going to be essential. All of these trainings are also recorded, by the way. So make sure that you guys are part of our masterminds on Facebook. I have a Think Bigger mastermind on Facebook, and I also have a Mega Team Builder mastermind on Facebook as well. They're two different types of groups because they're 2 different subjects. One of them is a little bit more production driven, which is the Think Bigger mastermind. And then the other one is Mega Team Builder, which is all about recruiting, attracting, and growing and scaling and systemizing, right? We also got Flow Mondays on Monday at 9 o'clock with our great friend, Francisco Hara, that is doing a flow every week. It's a breath work workshop that he does every week. It's really powerful. So if you really want to get centered and recalibrated and refocused, that's a really good training to go to at 9 o'clock. We also have our buddy Joseph that does something at 9 o'clock, and he does an update and then just a bunch of valuable content. He brings in different speakers. That's also at 9 o'clock. So whatever way you're feeling, maybe you can alternate. Maybe you could do Flow one week and then you could do Joseph's class another week, right? If you also want to attract agents at a high level, Brent Gove is doing a training every week on Tuesday at 1:30. So if you want to tune into that, that's going to be an opportunity for you to do that. Our business partners out in the Bakersfield area are doing Moises and his wife, Maria, they're doing skills mastery. They're doing that on Tuesdays at 8:30. So make sure you tune into that. We have a commercial trainings. We got a listing training. So all this stuff is also posted again in the Let's Grow Movement site, which I'm going to show you guys here on the next page. Make sure you guys are, saving this website, letsgrowmovement.com. Everything as far as resources, training, calendar, all that good stuff is in this website. So just make sure you guys tune into that. So my question to you guys is, right, you guys should definitely write this down. And if you haven't done this already, because you definitely want to do this now, what are you going to create this week, right? What is the actual demonstration of your results that are going to be happening this week? How many listings are you going to take? How many escrows are you going to open? How many closings are you going to have this week? If your intention is to also attract agents, how many agents are you going to attract this week? Right? But get clear. There's a secret to writing stuff down, guys. Write it down. Write it down. And it doesn't have to be in a planner like this. It could be in anything you want, but just make sure you write stuff down, because when you write stuff down, you have much more of a probability of things actually happening. So get clear about those goals, right? And if your intention is not to even open up an escrow or even sign a listing, how are you going to do it? Right? Your intention has to be, hey, I'm going to sell a house. I'm going to sign a listing. I'm going to open an escrow. I'm going to close an escrow, right? You got to have the intention first. And then the RAS, right? The reticular activating system within our mind, it's going to say, all right, cool. Where's that listing? Where's that escrow, right? Where's that closing, right? So you got to make sure that you're focusing on it, because whatever you focus on is expands. So this is another topic, right? Who I am is the possibility of being powerful and resourceful, right? I'm picking those two words for me. I'm going to be powerful and resourceful. In every conversation, I'm going to be powerful and resourceful. In every meeting, I'm going to be powerful and resourceful. In every video, I'm going to be powerful and resourceful. So this conversation here is about your way of being, right? Again, if you're going into a conversation and then you're talking to me, I'm powerful and resourceful, right? It's going to give me a different type of energy than if I'm being uncertain and not clear, right? And like I'm uncertain, like my way of being is uncertain, or my way of being is not confident, right? If that is my way of being in a conversation, right? If I am showing up as unconfident and I'm not showing up empowered, then again, that's going to give me a direct reflection of lack of results, or therefore of maybe you might get really great results. It's going to be connected to your way of being, right? This is the underneath the surface stuff that typically we don't really focus on. And there you go, Richard. You're going to sign 5 agents, 1 listing, and 2 escrows. Boom, let's go. That's right. You want to write it down, guys. Write it down. Take notes of that. Make sure that you guys are focusing on that, because whatever you focus on expands. So I'm just going to give you guys a couple of ideas on what your focus, right? Create your day. Again, write it all out. Make sure you write it down. And once you write out your plan, actually follow your plan, right? Don't be in reactive mode. I see a lot of agents that get stuck in reactive mode. They're just like, all right, whatever happens today, I'm going to show up, and like, okay, I got a call. Yay. Oh, I didn't get a call today. Shit, my day sucked. No, create your day, right? Whatever you should create your day and literally say, hey, you know what? I have 2 hours of time block for lead generation. I have 1 hour for content creation. I have 1 hour for follow-ups. I have, this many days scheduled for open houses, right? I got this hour scheduled to contact my past clients. I got this hour to do a pop by and go visit a client, something. But you got to plan out your week, right? I'm not telling you how to do your week, by the way. This is your goals. This is your intention, right? So I'm just giving you guys a couple of different ideas. But once you create the plan, show up to the plan, right? Because I also see that a lot of the times, unfortunately, because, we're very distracted as a society, typically, you get distracted and then you're like, oh, I got to go clean the garage. I got to go clean this other stuff. No, don't get distracted on those things. Make sure you keep following your plan. Keep yourself in an empowering state as well, right? Everything revolves around you keeping yourself in an empowering state. Again, it's going to be clearly connected to the way you start your day, right? How do you start your day? I mean, I like to, and I know a couple of people also like to do cold showers. That's one of the things that gets me also geared and gets me focused. It gets me like, really in a good state. And whatever you do in the morning, just make sure you do that, because that's going to help you show up differently than you just like, waking up at 9 o'clock and then you kind of rolling out of bed. You have no plan. Next thing you know, you're getting a bagel. Next thing you know, it's 10:30 and you get to the office and now it's 11 o'clock and then you bump into somebody. Now you have a conversation. Next thing you know, hey, it's lunchtime. We should go to lunch. Now it's 12 o'clock. You go to lunch. Now it's after lunch. Hey, you know what? I don't have any more energy. Again, guys, you guys got to protect your morning, right? What are you guys doing in the morning time? That's what I would suggest, by the way. If all else fails, like if the entire day, after 12 o'clock doesn't really work out how you want it to, make sure that you're honoring and respecting everything that happens before 12 o'clock. That is going to be game time. Like, I want you guys to block that out, game time. That's going to be you having an intentional approach to grow your business. And obviously, have integrity around your commitments. Have 30 conversations a day. Call people, right? This is a contact sport. This is not a secret agent sport. This is not like me sitting down and waiting for business to happen to me. That's not this type of market. I know we could get away with that, a year ago. Could put a house on the market and it would sell right away. You could, wait, and then you can just stare at your phone and it'll magically ring. Guess what? Use this to dial, right? Dial out, conversate with people, tell them to refer you to 5 friends and family that they know that should be buying, that should be selling. Get in conversation, right? Do 2 or more social media posts a day, right? Again, this is what I'm doing, right? So go ahead and get out there. Top of mind, top of mind, top of mind. You can also do digital door knocking by doing things on KV Core, right? We have that platform as EXP agents, guys. Digital door knocking, right? You can send out a text blast. You can send out an email blast. I mean, there's so many things that you could do through KV Core. And be empathetic, right? And be a resource for your customers. Come from a place of contribution. Come from a place of contribution. Look at every conversation and come from a place of contribution. Don't make it about you. Make it about the individual that you're serving on the other side. When you make it about the individual that you're serving, you will always win. You will always win. Even if it seems like I'm not winning, you're going to win by doing the right thing continuously, right? And exercise, push-ups, jumping jacks, do those kind of things because that's going to get your blood flowing. Meditation is also something that I do every day, right? Sit for 10 minutes. You don't got to have it all perfect or anything like that. Literally just sit, right? And then listen to all the noise that's running through your mind. And eventually that noise will start to settle. That's literally the step number 1. Just sit for 10 minutes. And if you don't have 10 minutes to meditate, then take 20, right? Do it. You got to do it. Just take some time to get recentered, refocused. Cool. This is a book that I'm reading right now, so I want to recommend it to you guys. It's called Never Finish with David Goggins. It was just released on Audible a couple of days ago. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm about 4 chapters into it. It talks about mental toughness, resilience. I mean, this is probably one of the most resilient human beings on the planet right now, right? So I'm listening to his book. I'm picking up on things, how he thinks, how he operates, how he moves, right? That's one of the books that I would recommend that I want to have here for you guys. And that's basically it. That's what I got for you guys. I want to open it up here. If there's any questions, any comments or anything like that, this would be an opportunity for you to do so. Also, if you guys want the recording, again, it's going to be in the Think Bigger Mastermind in the Mega Team Builder. It will also be emailed to you guys. But yeah, anything you guys want to share, this would be an opportunity for you to do so. If you don't, totally cool as well. I just want to thank you guys for taking the time, right? And being here and showing up. This is something I want to do short and sweet. So there you go. Are there any agents practicing expireds or for sale by owners? Yes, there is. There is several agents that are doing that. We will actually show up to the Tuesday class. That's kind of like one of the intentions there. 8:30. It's on the letsgrowmovement.com. Look on the calendar. We do have that. That's going to be on the objection role play. I also just did an objection and role play class with JJ Hada last week that it was fire. That's also recorded. It's also on the Think Bigger Mastermind. So, make sure you guys tune in into that. Great question. Thank you for asking. Anybody else? Anybody else that has a question? Anybody else has a comment, feedback, something you want to share? Maybe you want to declare your goals. Maybe you want to say, you know what, this is what I'm committed to doing. And I want to vocalize it in a community, right? This is going to be another opportunity for you to do so.